fuel as at the 1970s. Then it was about the a lower cost of price. I mean, reducing the cost
essential
commodities. Exactly, that was then. But now it's not. It has not generated to be all about fuel. Then after President Obasanjo, then after him, Shehu Shagari. That was Shehu Shagari. I mean, the other president after him, that was in 1980.
Okay.
He reduced it. Then we have IBB, did his own too. He reduced its own too. So till now, then we have this recurring decimal over and over and over and over till what we have now. And I could recall President Goodluck Jonathan, GEJ did something very spectacular in his own time. Pardon me for using the word spectacular. I mean, in January 1st, 2012, I could recall I was still in school that time. He just declared that there is going to be an increase in price. People were there was protest everywhere. So President Muhammadu Buhari, as some people will call him General Muhammadu Buhari, is also going to do. Now on this show today, I would like the economics in the house, economists in the house, to talk about it. Tell us, what do you have to say about it? What's your perspective?
Well, like you said, my name is Samuel Oshi. I'm an economist by discipline.
Exactly.
So I want to tell you what I know about this fuel subsidy.
Yeah, economical analysis.
The economic
analysis, exactly.
And then I can remember, if I'm not going too deep into history,
okay,
Goodluck Jonathan, during its own regime, the subsidy policy has been working. And like you said, even before his regime,
okay,
the subsidy was in existence.
Yeah.
I want to believe that most of our listeners, or majority of the Nigerian population, will understand what a subsidy is.
Exactly.
Subsidy is any form of grant or aid given by the government to drive some economic policy, okay, mostly given to an organization or a body to reduce the cost of some commodity,
yeah,
for the citizens. So when you say the government subsidizes a product, that means the government is actually bearing the part of the cost of the product in order to make it affordable to the general public. So now, concerning oil in Nigeria, oil is an essential commodity. It's not luxury. Everybody, both young and old, elites, educated or illiterate, uses oil, the petroleum products. So it is one of those products that anybody would expect that the government subsidizes, and then we need to sustain the subsidy.
Okay.
Well, there was a move by the Buhari-led administration that the subsidy would be removed. They will no more subsidize petroleum products, especially petroleum itself. When you say petroleum product, we have byproducts, the diesel, the another part of
PMS.
But petroleum in particular, I think that is what the majority use most in the country. So it is not good if the government want to remove the subsidy.
So if I get it very correctly, you are saying that the moment or this time, hey, yeah, let's talk about the timing. The timing per se is not good, or the policy in itself is not good.
The timing is not good, like the Minister of Petroleum, Zainab Ahmed, said. The timing is problematic. They said the policy is not sustainable. That you are bearing the body, you are making sponsor or something, but now you feel like, or you think that you can no more bear that, so you want to withdraw. That is how I understand non-sustainable.
Okay.
Like you said,
okay.
That policy, the government want to back out.
Okay.
So that citizens will go out and buy all petroleum products at their market prices.
Okay. I think I should come in at this end now. I have a different opinion towards this thing to an extent. I'm not saying they are wrong, but I feel that the issue that we have at hand now is, when it comes to the removal of this thing, is the issue of political communication.
Okay.
there is always an argument to say that some of the politicians will step in to intentionally thwart the meaning or the reason why they want to do it, to say they want to divert the money towards private pockets. What about that?
Well, that is also possible. They want to divert the money. They have their selfish motive and all that. Those are also possible. But basically, I would like us to focus on what other things the government can do to sustain this policy.
Okay, so we should be talking about amelioration instead of total removal. So we should be talking about, so the first claim could be propaganda in itself.
What claim is that?
Of saying that the reason why they are doing this is because yes, they could have as well employ a political point of view towards it. That's what I'm trying to say. Now let's think about this.
We are going to discuss this as it is.
Yes,
we are going to discuss what they present to us. What does the government say? And then what do we think as citizens that they can do in order to sustain these petroleum subsidy policy?
Okay, fine. So let me ask from you now. What could be the implication?
All right. Like I said earlier, that petroleum products are essential commodity. It's not only meant for the rich. Everybody uses petroleum products.
Okay.
We understand? Transportation, electricity, business, commercial use, factory, and all that. We use petroleum products. So, for any reasonable government, it is not expected that the government is not subsidizing any essential commodity. I don't know as of today if there is any other. Diesel is about 300 something per liter. And I think likewise kerosene is also about 300. It is only these petrol that is left subsidized by the present administration. So when the government is saying they want to remove subsidy from petroleum, that means virtually they don't want to subsidize any essential product in the country.
Sorry, can I just comment? I think one of their let me talk from their argument or their point of view.
Okay.
Now, the reason why they want to do that is because they want to liberalize. So they want to deregulate. So in that form, it's an ideology where they want to remove the government responsibility. They want to remove. Let me use the Nigerian English now. They want to remove their hand.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to refocus, or let's say they want to focus on some other things that it seems to be very, very vital to them. Probably social for the provision of other social amenities. Probably like road and what have you.
Health, education, and all that.
Exactly. So that's their point of view. Okay. So according to research, I think Nigeria has spent between 2007 and 2018. They have spent trillions of dollars on this matter. So which probably they could have.
They claim to report to spend about billions of dollars every year.
So which probably they could have diverted it towards provision of other things, facilities. So we are looking at implication of the removal now. So let's say if they will eventually remove exactly.
There are other ways where the government
implication
in the first place. Okay. Like I said, everybody uses petroleum products.
Yeah.
When you remove subsidy and petroleum per liter, per pump price goes up, then people begin to buy petroleum at higher prices.
Yeah, something specifically.
So, an average Nigerian depends on road transportation. And majority of the road transportation network use petroleum. Few of Nigerian vehicles use diesel. So, what is the implication of that? Where you go for about 100 naira or 50, they go to 150, 200. And then when there is increase in transportation cost, then that affects every other aspect of the economy. Business, price of commodities, and so many other things. Then when it comes to industry, the industrial, the industrialists or medium scale business owners, they depend on petroleum for their machines, for their engines. So when you increase the cost of petroleum, then the cost of production in the industry and the factories will increase.
Okay.
So that will, that will add to increasing the cost of commodities.
Let's just say economic hardship.
Economic hardship.
Yeah, exactly.
Then for domestic lightning or domestic power generation,
Okay.
what's it called? NEPA then change to what's it called? BDC. They are not, or it is not reliable. Most regions, most areas in the country do not have the power supply. So Nigerians depend on the gasoline generators. Most of the households you see, I pass my neighbor kind of generator. What do they use? They use petroleum. So by removing subsidy and petroleum price going up, that means you are throwing millions of Nigerians into darkness, because many people will not be able to afford the buying petroleum after buying expensive food commodities and all that. So they manage to go and sleep in darkness, in heat, without ventilation.
So so if we are talking from your perspective or from your analysis, it will result to economic hardship.
It's still part of the hardship, but I'm trying to break it down. One by transportation, for increase in factory product, then Nigerians in darkness.
Okay.
Then, like I said, it's going to drive more Nigerians into poverty, because presently millions of Nigerians are poor already.
I think we should also be aware that the state government cannot sufficiently pay salaries owing to this subsidy to one way or the other. They are saying their allocation is being reduced.
I'm going to request for a number of minutes to discuss the other way they can raise revenue. Those are the alternatives.
Okay.
In other ways they can raise revenue.
Let's do that.
So
Let's do that.
while they leave the subsidy, they raise revenue to sponsor.
Okay.
To implement their budget.
Okay. Can we hear that?
All right. So, in the first place, the Nigerian government needs to intentionally and deliberately,
Squarely.
take action to fix our refineries. We've been on this for a very long time. To fix the refinery, we have 4 refineries.
Actually, it's actually a shame. They are saying that they are waiting on Dangote's refinery, hoping that by the time Dangote comes on board, that things will be kind of easier. And to me, it's very, very laughable.
It's laughable
because Dangote that is selling something. Cement now is still very expensive.
Yeah.
Now it's a private man business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one man business.
Profit oriented.
Exactly. Profit oriented. So what do you expect? And now the government is a shame. Like I don't want to use the word. It's a shame.
If there's no any other word to use.
No. I don't want to use a better word than that. Just let me leave it at that.
So the government should take coincide efforts to fix Nigerian refineries.
Okay.
Then number 2, then the government should reduce reckless spending. We hear a lot of rumor and information about how they spend money. Unnecessary, ridiculous, laughable allowances should be eliminated. So when they reduce the cost of governance, all right, by reducing cost of governance, eliminating unnecessary allowances, they can have more money to save. They have more money to save, then you can tax usurious commodities. Petroleum is not a usurious, it is
essential
commodity. Then tax usurious. If you can afford to buy Rolls Royce of 5 million, then if the government tax you, pay 50 million extra. Well, I don't know. Then if you can afford to buy, have $1 billion worth of property in Banana Highland, then if the government tax you, pay 100 million for this property. I don't know if that is bad.
So the tax regime in Nigeria should be reviewed.
They can review tax regime, basically tax usurious products, reduce reckless spending on governance. Then you must stop repeated borrowing.
That's it.
I think one of the things they need the money for is to sponsor to manage debts, international debt.
Now the government is arguing that the reason why they are borrowing, one of the reasons why they are borrowing is because of subsidy.
But at the same time, they are borrowing. They are using the money they are borrowing to manage whole debt.
So mismanagement, Sha. Let's talk about
the debt. You know, the debt policy in Nigeria should be reviewed as well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Our time is almost it's gone already. But I promise you that probably next time we will have a better analysis of this situation that we'll find ourselves. Don't let me call it code now. The situation that we'll find ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I should also bring this to your notice that Mr. Sam is also an artist and again a music artist. That his album is going out April 9th. If I'm correct.
April 9th.
Yeah. So you are also invited. I want to say a special thanks to our studio producer, the manager, Mr. Deji, Mr. David not on seat, Mr. Ojo. Yeah, Mrs. Ojo, I'm always mixing with don't mind me. Miss Ojo and Mr. Joy. Thank you very much, everybody. And next week promises to be very, very interesting. Please join us as we bring a very important topic again next week. Stay tuned.
No discrimination. We can do away with terrorism. No more kidnapping. No ritual killings. Sin another bloodshed. Innocent souls are crying to the maker. Innocent souls.
Being Nigerian is great, but living in Nigeria is a great challenge because it comes with plenty of psychological draining challenge from citizenship to leadership, morality and politics, education, economy and religion. Join Ayodeji and Joy on True Talk every Tuesday by 2:30 p.m. as we discuss crime, politics, education, economy and so many more.
You can follow us on Facebook at Aloore Radio or YouTube at Aloore Radio. True Talk, discussing the problem and bringing you the solution. You are listening to True Talk with Ayodeji and Joy. It's gonna be a blast.
With one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take us down and build our land in faith to defeat